Hi everyone, my name is Caitlin. I am starting a YouTube channel to help some people. Hopefully I can help a lot of people. Even if I just help one person, I'll be happy. I'm from a small town in Connecticut. I have two older brothers. Justin is my oldest brother. He is 14 years older than me. And then I have Michael, who is the middle child out of the three of us, who is 6 years older than me. And then obviously I'm the youngest. I am 20 years old. I turned 21 in May. That's very exciting. I have been with my boyfriend, Kyle, for 6 years, almost. It'll be 6 years in May as well. May is a very exciting month for us. I was hoping to make this video to kind of explain to you guys what I'm hoping to do with this YouTube channel. I wanted to introduce myself, give you a few things about me, like a few facts, obviously, as I just said, you know, with my brothers and things. I wanted to just say a few things about me so you can get to know me a little bit. I do realize that the first couple of people who are going to watch this video are going to be people who know me. I love the Red Sox. I watch them religiously every single night that they play. I cannot wait for it to be April. I am over cold and not having anything to watch at night. So hoping for another World Series this year. I played basketball, softball, and soccer growing up. So I played soccer for a rec team when I was young, and then I didn't play it again until I was a senior in high school, and I was my senior soccer team's goalie. So that was really fun. I loved that. I played basketball again for rec. I think only maybe like 1 year, and then in middle school I played it for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Softball, I played a lot of rec softball. Softball was my main sport growing up. My brother was always playing baseball. He was the baseball pitcher. So we always kind of were playing baseball, wiffle ball, softball, the whole nine. So I played rec ball for probably 5 years, and then I got to middle school and I played 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. I stopped after 8th grade. I did some damage to my knee and I could no longer play. So that was upsetting, but I did play soccer my senior year, so it was fun. I did go to a technical high school. I went to Windham Technical High School in Willimantic, Connecticut. I was thinking it'd be kind of cool to do a technical high school versus a regular high school video, because my freshman year I went to E.O. Smith in Mansfield, Connecticut. So I did have a year of a regular school, so I can do like the pros and cons of a technical high school and like E.O. Smith versus Windham Tech, like why the two types of schools are so different, what's good about one, what's good about the other. I think that would be really cool. I think that would be a very good and informative video for you guys. So if you guys want that, let me know if you want to see that, and I'll do that for you guys. When I was younger, I wanted to be a high school math teacher. And then about 10th grade came along, and when I went to Windham Tech, I went to Windham Tech for health technologies. So when I went there, I started in the health technologies program. You do get your CNA license your junior year of high school. So I worked as a CNA for a little while, and I said, I want to be a nurse. I don't want to be a high school math teacher anymore. And yeah, I don't want to be a nurse either. Nursing school is extremely hard. My middle school best friend is currently in nursing school, and I give her all the props because it's too stressful. I could not do it. College personally just isn't for me. I currently am an administrative assistant in an office. I was a CNA. I worked for a CNA for about a year before I got the job that I'm currently at. And I loved it. There were a lot of pros and cons with the CNA job. I can do a video on that too, like the untold truths about being a CNA or something like that. That'd be really cool. So now that I've told you like a little bit about me, I want to get into why I want to do a YouTube video or YouTube channel. I want to make a YouTube channel to hopefully, like I had said in the beginning, help a few people. When I was 13, I'm going to start from the beginning. When I was 13, I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression. I can remember having panic attacks or anxiety attacks when I was about 4 to 5 years old. And it was horrible. I mean, they were horrible. We didn't know what they were until I was about 13, when they got extremely bad when I was going to E.O. Smith, because I was a freshman in high school. They got so severe that I missed so much school, and finally my mom said, what the heck is going on? We need to figure this out because she's never going to go to school. And so we went to the doctor a couple different times, and finally they diagnosed me with extreme anxiety and depression. At the time it was more anxiety than depression, but they do kind of go hand in hand a lot of times. So again, it was more anxiety than depression when I was 13. And then I went to Wyndham Tech, and things got a little bit better. The change in scenery was really helpful. E.O. Smith had a lot of kids, Wyndham Tech didn't. I came from a middle school that didn't have a lot of kids in it, so I was more used to a small, homey feeling school. So at the age of 16, I lost my mother to a heart attack. That is my cat, Chester. He obviously wants to be in the video. But, so yes, at the age of 16 and a half, I lost my mom. It was the Monday I was supposed to go back to school from winter break. I was woken up at 4:30 in the morning, and I'm actually going to do a video on what happened that morning, because I know a lot of people are curious. Hey, I'm gonna admit it, I'm nosy too. So I know a lot of people know that she died, but I also know that a lot of people don't know how or like what happened that morning. So I'm gonna tell my story. I'm gonna hope to help a few people, because, you know, I was young when she died, and she was my mom. She was my best friend. She was what I called my security blanket, because she was the only person that I went to for my anxiety, my panic attacks. She was the only person that could help me through them. So she was, like I said, what I called my security blanket, because she got me through so much. And when she died, I was like, I can't do it. When my mom died, I remember a lot of my friends, you know, were like, I don't know what I would do. And I specifically remember one of my friends, she came up to me and she said, I would die if my mom died. And I remember in the moment, I was like, yeah, I know. Like, trust me, I want to die. Like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. And you never think you'll be able to until it happens to you. Like a lot of things in life, you never think you'll be able to do so many things, and then you do it. And it's very trying, don't get me wrong. Again, I'm gonna do a whole video on it, and I could talk for hours about it. But I want to tell a little bit about my mom and a little bit about my story. And so again, I was 16 and a half. It was in January. My birthday is in May, so it was about 5 months before I turned 17 that my mom had passed away. Her name was Helen. She was 51 years old when she died. She would be 55. She would have just turned in November. She would have just turned 55. It has been 4 years. It was 4 years on January 5th since she had passed away. She died of a heart attack. We did not get an autopsy, so I mean technically she could have died of anything, but a lot of the doctors that did you know, work on her that morning, they all agreed that it was and had a lot of the symptoms of a heart attack. So we believe that it was a stress-induced heart attack. Again, I know I talked about it a little bit, but we were best friends. I mean, this is the second time I've made this video because my first one was kind of horrible, so I'm sitting down and making it again. So in the first video, I did say, and it was true. My mom was 75% my friend and 25% my mom. And what I mean by that is that 75% of the time, my mom was my best friend. We went shopping together. We did all the mom things, but like even more. Like I told my mom everything. And someday I pray that I have a relationship like that with my kid because I trusted my mom with everything. I was not afraid to tell her anything. I went to her for everything. I know that if I ever got into trouble, she would never yell at me. She'd be disappointed, and she would tell me that, but it was such an open communication that we had. It was amazing. I mean, I loved the relationship that I had with my mom, and again, like, I would give anything to have that relationship with my children, and I pray that I have that with them one day. And then 25% of the time, she was my mom. She did yell at me, don't get me wrong, we did get into our fights, we did have our moments where we bashed. I mean, I was a very, very attitude-filled teenager, I will admit it. I was a little freaking brat, and it is what it is, and we butted heads a lot. We fought a lot, but the good so outweighed the bad. And whenever I describe our relationship to somebody, I say she was my absolute best friend. I don't care about all the fights. I don't care. And I mean, even when she was alive, because it's different now that she's not here, you know. Of course I'm going to say all the good things, but even when she was alive, I never said, oh, my mom's a crappy mom or like whatever. No, my mom's my best friend. Like I would have died for my mom. And like, it's just, we were best friends. I know I'm like kind of going on and on about it, but she really was. She was truly my best friend. So I will insert some pictures of me and my mom. I don't have a lot of us like right before she passed away. I do have some from my Sweet 16, which were, I think, probably the most recent, well, not most recent, but the last good pictures that I have with her before she passed away. But I'll insert a bunch. I'll insert some from when I was younger, and I'll insert just some of her and some things so that you guys can see her and stuff. And again, I know a lot of you probably know what she looks like and know who she is, but that's okay. So I, again, said I wanted to start a channel to help a few of you out, or, you know, anybody. And like I said, if I can help just one person, this whole journey is going to be worth it for me. I want to talk about the grieving process. I want to talk about anxiety. I want to talk about depression. I want to talk about PTSD, because I did get PTSD about 6 months. I started to have really bad PTSD attacks. So I went through all of that. I want to talk about that with you guys, because there are so many people that when you lose somebody close to you will say it gets better with time, or, you know, you'll get through it, or, you know, everything happens for a reason. I'm going to tell you the ugly truth, because not a lot of people tell you the ugly truth. Especially after you've just lost a loved one, they want to just comfort you. They want you to just feel better. But it's not about just feeling better. It's about telling you how it is, so that you know when you get to these points, this is what you can do to help. And this is how it is. You know, I talked to a lot of people after they've lost somebody, and I say to them, hey, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to beat around the bush with you. This sucks. This is the worst thing ever. Like, and it's gonna suck, and you're not gonna know how to do it. Some days you're just gonna want to give up. But again, I'm gonna do a whole video on like how to get through like just losing somebody like the first month, and like I'm gonna do the grieving process and stuff. But I am brutally honest with it, because there's no sense in lying, because in the long run, lying to somebody and telling them, oh, it gets better with time and things like that, it's gonna hurt them in the long run. 4 years later, and I still have days, full days where I will cry all day long. I still cry myself to sleep sometimes. It's the honest truth. It is the honest truth. And that's what I'm going to tell you guys. and I want to be here for you guys. I want to be here for people who have lost, whether it's a grandfather who was really close to them, whether it was a best friend, a boyfriend, I don't care who it is. Somebody you lost who was so close to you, I want to be here for you for that, because it's not something anybody should have to go through alone. And I want to answer as many questions as I can. And but I also do want to make some fun videos. I'm hoping to do a boyfriend tag with my boyfriend. I want to do some vlogs. I want to start to vlog a little bit. We are planning for a lot of good stuff in 2019, my boyfriend and I. So I'm going to vlog a lot of that for you so you guys can see that and kind of keep up with us. I have a lot of videos already actually written down and planned, a bunch of videos that I want to do. But if anybody has any ideas that they want me to film, whether it be related to the loss of my mom, whether it be related to me and Kyle, whether it be related to my cat who was right there, I don't care what it is. If you have any video ideas, please either message me or comment down below, or go to any of my social medias. I do have them linked in my description in my on my channel. But I will put them in the description of this video as well, so that you guys can go there. You can message me and tell me any of your video ideas. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And I cannot wait to start vlogging and making videos for you guys. I'm super, super, super excited. I'm so happy to finally be starting this journey with you guys. I've wanted to make a YouTube for a long time, and I finally have just worked up the guts, and finally gonna do it. So again, I am so excited to start this journey with you guys, and I hope that you are excited to come along with me on this journey. And yeah, I think that's it. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.